The curve y equals x to the 4 minus 18x squared has 3 stationary points. Work out the coordinates of the 3 stationary points and determine their nature. You must show your working. Well, the first thing to do here is going to be differentiate. And that's going to give me 4x cubed, take away 36x. And we're interested in that being equal to 0. So, take out 4x, and then we would have x squared minus 9. And so 4x, difference of 2 squares, so it's x minus 3, x plus 3 is equal to 0. And that tells me x is equal to 0, 3, or negative 3. So let's look at x equals 0. First thing to note, substitute x equals 0 back in, that y will be equal to 0. Now what we're going to do is consider the second differential, d2y dx squared. And d2y dx squared is what we get when we differentiate dy dx again. So that's going to be 12x squared take away 36. So here d2y dx squared, when x is 0, is negative 36. Negative implies that we have a maximum. And therefore, we have a max at 0, 0. Now let's consider when x is equal to negative 3. So, take negative 3 back to the original equation. Negative 3 to the power 4 is 81. Take away 18 times negative 3 squared, which is 9. And that's going to give us negative 81. So the y is negative 81. d2y dx squared when x is negative 3. Well, let's have a look at that. So that's going to be 12 times negative 3 squared take away 36. So 12 times 9 take away 36 is definitely positive. We don't actually need to know the value. We just need to know it's positive. And the positive implies a minimum. So we have a minimum at negative 3, negative 81. I missed the 1 off of that just there. And then we've got x is equal to 3. Now, because those things up there were x to the 4 and x squared, it's going to give us the same result. So we're going to have that y is equal to negative 81. And d2y dx squared, given x is equal to 3, again, because here we had a squared, it's going to give us exactly the same result. In other words, it's going to be positive, and positive implies a minimum at 3, negative 81. And the curve is going to have an appearance where it's got a minimum down here, then a maximum, then it's going to have a minimum there. It will be perfectly symmetric because of the even powers being the only powers.